Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In my previous overview video, I talked about the meaning and importance of democracy and why it is up to us to maintain it so we can continue to foster civic engagement. In this video, we are going to continue diving deep into this second section on institutions and systems of government by focusing on the topic of constitutions, which is the third topic out of my 20 topics in my civic engagement curriculum, Becoming the Changemaker, a guide to making positive change in society. Before I talk about what a constitution is, I want to begin by telling you about how I started to understand its importance in our lives. When I was part of a civic youth organization as a high school student, I took part in a summer program activity called We the People. This was a constitutional debate competition where students form into groups, study certain parts of the US Constitution, and go to the main competition and answer questions from judges about the Constitution. My group competed against other groups of students, and we needed to answer the questions to the best of our ability by showing we were knowledgeable about specific constitutional principles and components. I participated in two competitions. The first competition focused on the 4th and 14th Amendments, and the second competition focused on the Second Amendment. During these competitions, my team of 4 studied these amendments, prepared answers for the judges' questions, and explained how they apply in real life. My team did great in both of these competitions, but after those competitions, they showed me how important the Constitution is. The competitions showed me how powerful the Constitution is in shaping our daily lives by knowing what rights we have, how our government interacts with us, and how it affects the way we use our political power. These competitions are one of the reasons I chose to major in political science in college, as well as do civic engagement activities. With this background experience in mind, let's go over what a constitution is. At its core, a constitution is a framework document that lays out the rules and structures of a community. Governments use constitutions to establish their systems of power and how citizens can participate. But they are not just for governments. Clubs, nonprofits, for-profits, and any other organization also uses constitutions or bylaws to define their mission, roles, and responsibilities. Globally, nearly every country has a constitution, around 193 in total. They differ in length and style. Some are short and simple, while others are long and detailed. But all constitutions serve the same essential purposes, such as explaining who is in charge of government and what their roles are, establishing civil rights, providing checks and balances so no branch or leader becomes too powerful, setting up courts to resolve disputes peacefully, laying out how laws are made, how money is spent, and how the military is governed, and allowing for amendments so a constitution can evolve over time. The key point is that a constitution is the foundation for how a country functions. It is supreme, permanent, and guides how people and institutions interact in society. So, why are constitutions important? Here's why. First, it establishes belonging in society. A good constitution makes it clear that everyone, regardless of race, religion, gender, or background, belongs in their community. It ensures people do not have to change who they are to access services or opportunities. Second, it prevents overpowered leaders. Without a constitution, a government could turn into a dictatorship where someone in power can do whatever they want and not face restrictions. Constitutions divide power between branches and create accountability. So decisions are made for the people, not just a few individuals. Third, it gives people a voice. Constitutions enshrine civil rights like voting and free expression. They guarantee we can share perspectives anywhere in society. Without these protections, entire groups could be silenced. Fourth, it protects civil rights. Think of cases like Brown versus Board of Education, where the Supreme Court used constitutional rights to strike down racially segregated schools. Constitutions provide the foundation for these kinds of advancements by stating what the country's values are and using them to protect people's civil rights. Fifth, it holds leaders accountable. Through free press, courts, voting, and freedom to assemble, constitutions give people the tools to keep leaders honest and prevent corruption. 6, it peacefully resolves conflicts. Instead of resorting to violence, constitutions establish courts where disputes are settled fairly, which is essential for democracy and stability. 7th, it evolves with society. The U.S. Constitution has 27 amendments. Without them, we would not have equal protection under the law, voting rights, expansions, freedom of speech, and so much more. Amendments make constitutions living documents that grow with society. With all of this in mind, how do constitutions connect to civic engagement? Constitutions determine how much power belongs to the government and to the people. Some constitutions give the government a lot of power, while others balance the power between the government and its citizens, so that the citizens have civil rights and freedoms. For us as changemakers, it is critical to know our rights so we can use and defend them, recognize loopholes because history shows bad actors exploit gaps in the Constitution to not fulfill people's civil rights, and stay involved because rights only live as long as people use and protect them. This is important to remember because constitutions are just words on paper unless citizens and leaders follow them. When constitutions are followed, they can foster inclusion, fairness, accountability, and hope for a better society. Constitutions set the framework for government and society. They give us rights, define limits on power, and create the tools we need to solve problems peacefully. Most importantly, they give people the opportunity to engage, be heard, and make change. In the next video, we will wrap up this section on institutions and systems of government by looking at the structure of the United States government, what specific powers each branch of government has, and why they matter to you. Please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on the post notifications so you will be notified when I post my next video. I appreciate your support. Remember, you are powerful, you are capable, and you are the change maker our society needs right now. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon.